been a couple of movies recently from Africa. Your Chappie, District 9, Elysium, all heavily sci-fi based movies. Of course, we, being comic fans, we like anything even close to that. Now, all of that action is happening in SA, a little bit in Nigeria, and some other countries are beginning to try. Do you think, as a person in the entertainment industry and communication, that Zim actors and professionals are ready to get involved in big budget productions in SA? Do you think we are at a point where we should start trying to get into that?
Why SA? Why not here?
Well, until here, right now, people aren't investing and putting the budgets here. But in the meantime,
Do you know what the prof said to us? We, as ZFM, went to Mashingo for our annual strategic retreat. And he said that we have failed to commercialize our constitution. And he said that if you look at the Americans, for example, all of their big movies that you will remember the title or specific scene, a lot of it has to do with their history and their constitutions. You look at Civil War, you look at the various movements, the black movements, right? And you look at the war movies, Pearl Harbor. What was that one? The first female director who...
Catherine... James Cameron's ex-wife?
Yeah.
For the
all these movies on the war and what's happening, they're very current. And they've made money off their history.
yeah.
You know? And they sell it. They sell it, add a bit of romance here, you know, the bad guy, etc. for that commercial entertainment appeal. But they've sold their country, they've sold their constitution. And when you look at Zim and just look at some of the events that all stick out to us, you know, Mabera's chicks, the disputed elections. You look at Muramba China, you look at the constitutional making process, and I was so glad to see that there was a documentary made on that, Mugabe and the Democrats, was done by the BBC. But all these events where we say, man, guys, we like completely survived these occasions, like why aren't we selling or telling our story? People can come here and they can do it here. You can get an SA actor to do it. That's why they're actors, right? They can learn to talk like Zimbos, act like Zimbos. But we've been through so many events that have shaped us to where we are now, that I think and I believe that with digital migration coming, I know there's going to be a history channel. There's going to be so much, exploration with just content and ideas. And I think even just the president, what happened last year with the votes of no confidence, all of that could be a movie. It could be a TV series. We need to start thinking that way because it's been done abroad. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. You know, they've made so many movies about Mandela. How about when, His Excellency retires, or, why not right now? So, and everyone, when you go abroad, they know a bit about Zim. Yeah, exploit that and commercialize it. So when the prof said that, I found it to be very profound. And the things that you guys are doing here and a lot of the different media houses, people should start thinking that way. And
But what do you think has stopped them? Of course, they've been watching all these other countries doing that.
Yeah, they're not ignorant of this stuff.
How come they haven't? Why haven't they just decided, hey, let's just pick a moment in history and do it?
Do you know what we fail to do as Africans? We don't know how to tell our own story. How did Didier Drogba, and I'll ask you guys, and I'll ask the people who are watching this, get from Ivory Coast to France to Chelsea? Do you guys know?
No idea.
I don't know.
Well, geeks don't usually do sports, sorry.
No, but we all know who Drogba is,
Yes,
right?
yes,
But 50 Cent, he got shot 9 times.
Yeah.
J. Cole struggled before he got signed to Jay-Z and how he waited outside. We know all about the American successes because they've realized the power in storytelling. You watch a Budweiser advert and it's so emotional, man. You get drawn and you have this feeling towards this brand afterwards, right? There's so many successful Africans across the board. but we don't know their stories. And what happens is that parents aren't telling their children, so the children don't know who to look up to. But because the West has been able to effectively do it, we start to look at them as our role models and our inspirations. And therefore, we start to have this identity crisis. And we start to think that, oh, white people have an advantage over us, or only white people can do that.
That's interesting.
Because who are the black people? We haven't heard the story.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And I think our generation that's coming to the fold now, we need to realize that and begin to do well-researched, articles, stories. I mean, when you guys first watched MTV Cribs or True Hollywood Story, it was the simple story. Insight into that person's life, where they live, what's in their fridge, that made you want to watch the next episode.
True.
What are we doing here? It's food for thought.
Alright.
And it's a very strong running debate.
Yeah.
We, I guess, totally agree
Yeah.
that we kind of lack aspirational figures. So I'll ask, I know you've got a question, but I'll ask a question on that. Of course, as comic book people, we're all about heroes, and the point of heroes is to be an aspirational figure for someone to look up to and follow and acknowledge. And you've rightfully said, people in the States, they've got their heroes. They've got, in the comic world, Superman, and everyone's like, okay, I want to be like that. What would you say is a hero here? What's an African hero? How would you define an African hero?
Man, I think...
I thought I was asking the deep questions.
I didn't say I'm not deep.
This has gone from fun to quite serious. An African hero. I don't know, I think we're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Still figuring it out.
I still think as a people, as a continent, we're still figuring out what kind of hero we want, who our hero should be, what they should look like, what they should be doing. Should they be politicians? The celebrities in our country are politicians. You know what I mean? Everyone knows who the big businessmen and politicians are. So I think that's a question, and you guys said it's an ongoing discussion.
Yeah.
And I don't know right now. I just want someone who sticks to his guns, man, and believes in a cause and believes in their opinion, because that's just so important. But I think that's a discussion that we're still having, and I say that because no one comes to mind outright that I can give you reasons for. But if this was a much broader, lighthearted interview, or we could start naming soccer players and states or celebrities in Hollywood, etc. But I think we're still figuring it out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. As I did get a little super serious there, I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back to the like trend I actually had.
Yeah, bring it back. Homie.
So now a really serious question. If you were to interview Spider-Man, what would you ask him?
Why are you so emotional, man?
Why are you so Spider-Man's emotional? Spider-Man's
emotional? Like, from what I've seen in the movies.
Don't use the movie.
He is a bit of a sloppy kind of guy.
But yeah, like that girl be clouding your judgment. You know what I mean? Even though, like, it's funny growing up, and when you're an adolescent and you're messing around, everyone always wants to do the Spider-Man kiss.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys have.
I haven't tried it.
It's really hard.
It's on my bucket list, but
upside down. Have you ever tried that?
You can just do that, right? Still jet back.
It's not as exciting. That's not risky enough.
Spidey just seems very emotional. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you're gonna be Spider-Man,
just be Spider-Man.
Yeah, like be Bruce Wayne, have rich people problems.
All right, there we go.
You know what I mean? But
that was gonna lead to my next question.
You go for it.
If we could totally get rid of Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark, and all the so-called rich playboy billionaire philanthropist comic book characters, which comic book character would you want to be? Hero.
Which hero?
Yeah.
Name more, because
Well, I just removed all the rich ones, so you can pick one.
Who isn't rich?
You mentioned Peter Parker, so rich out there.
All the X-Men aren't rich.
Johnny Blaze.
The Fantastic Four aren't rich. No. Scratch that. They are rich.
Yeah,
They're
look at
smart, aren't they?
Yeah, they're smart and
They're well funded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, very well funded.
Some NGO action.
No, Wolverine's cool. He seems so troubled.
Yeah.
And he's
You know, he just seems so troubled. What would I be doing? Would I be them? Or would I be interviewing them?
No.
No,
Would
you'd
you
be
want to
there.
be them? Would you want to be them?
Yeah, I think
You'd be a Wolverine?
it's a great story for being so troubled
And brooding all the time.
and sort of becoming a nicer, gentle. I don't know, but he's just this. I think
You
that's
can relate to that?
it's attractive. No homo, but like troubled people and creative people. There's just something about them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's usually geniuses who are, you know, crazy and nuts, like look at Michael Jackson, and, you know, Whitney was on the drugs, etc. Like something about them, their personalities that draws you to them. So I think I'd be Wolverine.
Awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So I think that wraps it up.
No, I
Man,
think we're
this
like running out of
this has been a hell of an interview.
Yeah.
It's been
So
awesome.
I'm the first Zimbabwean.
Yeah,
the
the
first
first
Zimbabwean
Zimbabwean
on the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
First Zimbabwean
Look
interview.
at
And
that.
you're the tallest guest we've had on set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably be the darkest too.
Well, we'll check our white balance.
I'm sure we can do something in post.
Yeah.
We'll work it out.
People who come on the show next time have like a towel next to you. It's hot, man. Thank you guys.
All right.